Well, well, well. You're finally awake. You were trying to cross the. Sorry, something got caught in my throat there. Where are we? We are in a. You can't even call this a cave. The top of the formation is just gone. So I guess it's a half cave? A quarter cave? I don't know. But we are here right now because a rainstorm is approaching. And we don't want to be caught up in that while we're traveling. So we're going to stay here for a bit before we continue. Yeah, you fell asleep while Aurora was carrying you. She laughed at how loudly you snored, and it was kind of cute, but you did snore a little loud. Oh, she's right there. She's just sleeping. She's taking a nap. She loves her sleep. Well, I was thinking while we're just waiting for the storm to pass, we could just get to know each other a little bit. Yeah, I mean, there's no point in us being mysterious anymore. If there's anything you want to know about me, feel free to ask. I'm an open book. How do werewolves exist? There are several stories about the existence of werewolves and how they came about. There's a traditional you howl at the moon, you turn into a werewolf. If you get bitten by a werewolf, you turn into one. You can get corrupted by something and turn into one. My personal favorite, people just think that poof, werewolves just pop up in places. It's so ridiculous, but I love it. How did I turn into a werewolf? Um, well, I used to be an adventurer like you until I took until I was corrupted. A witch corrupted me. Um, One day during the autumn season, I was traveling through the forest like you, and I encountered an old lady that was lying on the ground. I rushed to her aid and helped her back to her little cottage that was in the woods. She thanked me by giving me some chocolate chip cookies and lemonade. I was actually kind of thirsty at the time, so I downed that lemonade pretty quickly. And sure enough, that was stupid of me, and I ended up blacking out. I woke up. She had me tied to a chair, to which she revealed her true form. She was one of the wicked witches of the forest. She preys on ill advised adventurers like I was at the time, and she wanted to test out her new quote unquote experiment. And I happened to be her perfect test subject. Long story short, she injected me with something, and at first I didn't feel anything, but as soon as nighttime came around, I turned. And once again, I blacked out and woke up to my then pack Yep, that's where I met Aurora. That's where I met my alpha. That's where I met everyone. At first they thought I was a rogue. I didn't have a distinct scent about me, but they decided to bring me in anyways. They trained me, prepped me, and took me in as one of their own. They trained me, they told me to go out on hunts, to bring back things, to prove that I was worthy enough to stay. And for a time, I was actually good enough for them. But then they just started disrespecting me. They thought because I was sort of a hybrid between a human and a werewolf that they could just send me out to do whatever and expect me to be perfect. And I tried so hard. Have you ever just tried to please somebody, tried to make things perfect, tried to be as perfect as you can be, but it just wasn't good enough for anyone? Yeah, yeah. That's what happened with me and my pack. They didn't respect me, and they didn't treat me like one of their own like they previously did. So I left. And then that's when I found you. No, Aurora, she was there. She was my best companion, the best companion I've ever had. She has never once tried to cause any trouble for me or throw me under the bone pile or anything. She's always been there for me, and I couldn't ask for anyone better. I don't know why I just went on that whole story. I know I said I would tell you anything, but I I guess I sort of see a little bit of myself in you. You were adventuring in the forest, trying to find some grand treasure, or I don't know what you were doing, but again, I will say you are very, very lucky that I found you. Because there are far worse things than me out here in this forest. You could have ran into the same witch that I did. You could have found a werewolf that wouldn't have hesitated to just rip you apart. And I wouldn't want to wish that on anyone, considering I I used to be one of you. I have accepted what I am. Change me back. There's no way to change me back. The only there is one possible way, but you would have to find the Wicked Witch and force their hand to revert me. But the odds of that happening are very, very slim. I do appreciate you asking, though. I guess I do sort of miss human civilization. I don't really remember what it's like. Have humans made it to any other planets yet? No? You're taking toilet paper? Well, that's weird. Anyways, thanks for listening to my story. I don't really get the chance to talk to anyone besides Aurora, and she's heard all of my stories in any other way that I like to twist them. So, it's nice to have someone else to talk to. The rainstorm's here. Are you cold? Okay. I don't normally like to do this, but come here. We can cuddle if you would like. You know, you're not too bad for a human. I think I can actually tolerate you for a while. Thank you.